Hello, welcome to the science of speaking. Or is it the science of speaking? Today we're going to look at word stress, and this will be helpful for your OET test. So, in today's class, we're going to look at syllables. What are syllables? We're going to understand what word stress is. We'll look at common errors, and we'll do some practice at the end. Okay, so syllables. What is a syllable? Well, words consist of syllables. For example, look at this word here, robot. There are two syllables, robot. Your mouth makes two movements, if you like. They're the syllables or the two sounds of that word. So a syllable is one sound within the word. Words can have 1, 2, 3, or more syllables. Depends on the length of the word. So let's do a little activity. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to count the syllables here. Ready? Okay, let's take a look at the answers. So, dog, 1 syllable. Robot, 2 syllables. Fantastic, 3 syllables. Helicopter, 4 syllables. Personality, 5 syllables. So it's important to understand that they are syllables. Let's see how they now apply to word stress when you're actually speaking. So, to be easily understood, that's the name of the game, being easily understood, you need to stress the correct part of the word or emphasize the correct part of the word. To stress a syllable, you make it louder, higher, longer. Weak syllables are softer, lower, shorter. Okay? So that is word stress. You're emphasizing a specific syllable in the word. Now, it's important to understand that some languages do this naturally. In English, it's a stress-based language system, all right? Other languages are syllable-based languages. Let's take a look at this. So, English, Thai, German, Russian, Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, Dutch, European languages, Portuguese, and Persian, Farsi, are stress-based languages. That is, they're a bit like Morse code, like like that. Other languages are syllable-based languages, like French, Italian, Spanish, Icelandic, Cantonese, Mandarin, Turkish, Korean, South Asian, and Dravidian. A lot of Indian languages are syllable-based languages. So you're not saying the words thinking about the stress. Your languages are more like there's a more even amount of stress on each syllable, okay? So if you come from a syllable-based language, you're going to find it quite difficult or unusual when speaking English and applying word stress correctly. So let's stress the correct part of the word. Maybe you know how to do this naturally, or maybe this is going to be the first time you've ever thought about this. Anyway, have a go, and then I'll show you the correct answers. Okay, so which of these syllables within the words are stressed? Now, before we look at those answers, let me just try to do it with even stress on each of the syllables, like robot or fantastic, 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 helicopter, personality. It's strange for me because I come from an English-speaking background. So what I would do is place emphasis on dog, robot, the emphasis on the first syllable in robot, fantastic, fantastic, emphasis on the Middle syllable there, tas, gets the emphasis. Helicopter, helicopter. Emphasis on the first syllable. The other syllables have less emphasis. Personality. She has a great personality. Personality. Na, na, na gets the emphasis there. How do we know which syllable to place emphasis on? That's a difficult question. That's up to you to start to listen to the way that people speak English and notice that which syllable is emphasized. Okay, let's look at some common problems. First common problem is too much stress, like robot, robot, fantastic, helicopter, personality. Okay, too much stress, too even, you don't want to do that. Next problem is stress in the wrong place, like robot. Bill Gates developed a new robot. A what? Oh, you mean a robot, not a robot. What about fantastic? Fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. That sounds really weird. What about helicopter? Look, there's a helicopter. That sounds strange as well. What about personality? Personality. Personality is just wrong. Even though I can sort of tell what that word is, it takes me a few seconds to go, what? Oh, personality. Okay, let's do a little exercise. I want you to write down the word that you hear. Number 1, reward. Reward. Number 2, gradually. Gradually. Number 3, shaping. Shaping. Number 4, calamari. Calamari. Number 5, money. Money. Okay, so what I was doing there was purposely putting the stress on the wrong syllable. And maybe you found it difficult to understand the word that I was saying. So let's take a look at the correct stress here. So here is the incorrect stress. Like I was saying reward, but in fact, the correct stress on the syllable would be reward, reward, reward. This gets stressed. And instead of gradually, that's wrong. It's gradually, gradually. This gets emphasized here. Instead of shaping, that sounds weird. I say shaping, shaping, shaping. This gets less emphasis here. And calamari, what? You're going to order a calamari salad at the restaurant? No, you're going to order a calamari salad. And of course, money, money. Emphasis on that first syllable there. Okay, so let's now apply these understandings to your OET speaking test, okay? So what I'm going to get you to do is to read through this paragraph, and I want you to read aloud, and I want you to place the correct stress on the correct syllable within the word, okay? You have 30 seconds. Okay, let's have a look at this. This would be incorrect. What I'd like to discuss with you today is your upcoming surgery, which has been scheduled for Saturday afternoon. Okay, this is the wrong emphasis. The wrong syllable has been stressed. It just sounds very strange. And when the OET examiner is marking your speaking, they're going to be thinking, no, I'm going to have to detract some points because the word stress is incorrect. So the correct word stress would be like this. What I'd like to discuss with you today is your upcoming surgery, which has been scheduled for Saturday afternoon. Obviously, I'm overemphasizing this. Let me now read it just properly. Now, it's important to remember that fasting and abstaining from food is essential for 6 hours before and no fluids for 2 hours. We just want you to be safe and comfortable. Are you aware of this information? Cool, now it's your turn. All right, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do another one, paying attention to, and maybe just overemphasizing the word stress. Let's practice. Okay, let's look at the correct word stress here. So our physiotherapist will explain your rehabilitation program in more detail later. We may need to consider some temporary changes to your home and some equipment just to assist you during the recovery process. We'll give you the compression aids, of course, to reduce the swelling and maintain blood flow after your operation. Cool. Again, I slightly overemphasized the word stress there, but you can see it, you can hear it. Now I want you to be conscious of it and apply this in your test. Cool. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Cool. I hope you found that helpful. Word stress is really important, especially for those of you who come from a syllable-based language background. It's going to be a little bit strange for you. You need to start to pay attention when you're listening to word stress, and you definitely need to start using it, especially in your exam. If you need any more help, check out e2language.com, and you can always join our live speaking classes.